Slowly getting my voice back. Still not making no hair right there. Somebody left me a very rude comment. It's so funny how comfortable people get when they're on social media. Like, I never, like, if I see someone deformed or something wrong, I don't even do laugh emojis or anything like that. I'm respectful of people, but it's so interesting how people get online and just they feel like they can say anything, everything. It doesn't matter. People hide behind their fake portfolios and fake accounts. And they just feel like, man, I could just say whatever I could say what's truly in my heart. And then they wonder why their life isn't worth anything, isn't going anywhere, isn't doing anything, because what you are is what you vibrate to you. So I'm very careful more and more as I done got to this age. I understand more and more. And this is going to be you got to be careful saying this because it's like I say, social media. When you see stuff on the news of, man, this person was traveling down the street and got shot 14 times. They were just minding their own business. That ain't how the universe works. That's what you really got to understand. When you're spiritual and you really understand how the universe works, you start understanding that a female saying, man, ain't no good men out here, but you got 4 kids by 4 different baby daddies. Or a dude be saying, oh, these girls are hoes, man. But that's the only thing you vibrate on. You going to the strip club every Friday. You hollering at the biggest booty you could see. You never devoting time to fix yourself or work on yourself, to build and bring the right one around you. Or they said, man, these jobs are trash, man. These jobs are trash. It's like, but you didn't even graduate high school, man. You didn't get a GED until you were 40. But all the jobs are trash. Career. Trade is a career. I'm a career plumber. I deal with people's poop. You don't see me complaining. It's just like when you really are spiritual, you understand how things work and how it vibrates. You start really seeing like why people's lives are the way they are, what is going on in them, what's really happening. This thing will stay up there. I did not bring my stand. I did not get here the way I was thinking. I was going to walk here. I was telling my wife I was going to walk here, but for some reason, there was a lot of cars like where I was at. And I mean, there was a lot of traffic. I was like, wait, this is kind of weird. Where's all this traffic coming from? Especially if you understand the setup. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. So I went back home and got in the vehicle and drove here. So yeah, I didn't bring I should have brought my portable one. I got to get that other one that I set up. That'll be face high. So when I'm talking, it's like, hey, it's right here at you. But I want to set this up. I want to start doing what I do before people get in here because they'll be here in a minute. I'll probably put this over here at this angle. Let's go right here. Let's go right there. Look at that. That's a nice angle. I can't see if anybody gets on or sends a message, whatever. But man, really, I just listened to you got to balance out things what you listen to on TV. And I might have to get off this because people start coming in here. I don't want to be doing this when people are in here. Right now, I just got lucky. Ain't no one in here. I'll be trying to find the times where it's perfect. I like being in the gym by myself, but while I'm sitting up here talking, let me just do this. I ain't did this in so long. So long. But I got some gloves. I got some gloves now. I got some gloves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, God. 15. Whew. 4 sets of 15. So I got 45 more to go. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of thinking, analyzing, see stuff for what it is. The further you get away from religion, whereas religion is a practice, you're following rituals where other people have set up for you. You don't know if they're true or not. It just, they become your truth. Doesn't matter what religion you're in. You can go to top 3 to the bottom 3. If you believe something that you didn't verify, true and exact, has a true spiritual component, you're following a religion. And religion is a ritual practice. So what I'm saying is people who are more spirituality, they just see things more clearly in a sense. It don't make them perfect or right on everything. You just see things more for what it is. One of my friends was like saying, well, you know, my family, they're religious, but they're not scared of going to hell. Ralph Smart always said this. He says, religion is for people who are scared to go to hell. Spirituality is for people who've been to hell and back. And people who get offended on that, they get offended because they don't want to ever feel like they're in fear. But people live in fear every single doggone day. Uh-oh, I see some comments. Got some comments. Is somebody coming? Somebody says, hi, Daddy. Daddy. Diddy. Oh, Diddy. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Somebody's saying Diddy. Well, that was another comment. I know this guy. He and my father used to hug for hours when I was a kid. Oh, man, I love when the crazies get in here. They just be having fun going at it. They be going at it. But yeah, the spiritual component of spirituality, you see things just in a different light. You see, when people start doing stuff, like I say, like I told you, when they get online, they're behind that screen. They got that fake persona up there, that fake profile picture. Man, because I know I got 10 emails, you know. I got 10 different emails. You can pick pictures from anything. Oh, and AI takes it to a whole different level, you know. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting to see what people do, you know. It's very interesting. Oh, yeah. See, I've learned from Tariq Nasheed. Trollers, see, they're going to lose these accounts. You know, Kevin Sanders taught us the best. What you do is when they troll, you catch them and you report them. And when you report them, they lose their channels because it only takes so many. So many are going to catch them, and then, you know, they'll lose their channel. But see, they got to keep doing fake emails. But see, they don't realize that a lot of things, their IP addresses and stuff are still the same. People don't realize this when they get when later on in life and they try to do something. See, the things you think you're getting away with now, doing what you're doing, the things you think you're getting away with, you're really not getting away with. You're really not. See, you're worried about the FBI, the CIA, KGB, the NSA, ICE, all this other stuff. You really need to be worried about your spirit. You really need to be worried about, if you have a soul, your soul. Because that is your old, and it ain't even going to punish you. Because in your negative mindset, you feel like correction is punishment. But when you're in a positive mindset, it's correction. It's correcting you. It's getting you to be a better being. It ain't trying to get you perfect. One of my friends said, oh, I'm not perfect yet, but I'm trying. I'm never going to be perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect in this human form. I'm trying to get the experiences to learn, to grow, man, to go do stuff. But never will I get on there and try to troll somebody or just make, it's like they're making their little lives feel better. You're not. You're not. So when I see them people complaining, talking about, this is such and such, and this is such and such. No, you're the way you are because you do not choose correction. When your spirit or your soul is trying to correct you, you override it. You do your own thing. You keep doing the crazy stuff and acting the crazy way and being all this bull crap in this world, and then wondering why, it ain't getting no better. And then getting mad if you see other people doing better. How did they get this? How did they graduate? I was looking at my sister's graduation, and people were complaining, talking about all these people, these foreign names. Yeah, because they came over here and got about business. They ain't got no option. They got to do it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, they came over here and got about business. They stand on code. They know they got generations of people who sacrificed to get them to where they are. And people are looking at, America's getting overrun by these foreigners and stuff. No, they're not. A lot of these people coming here getting an education, making a little money, and then going back home and living a better life. People make it seem like, everybody wants to be in America. Let me tell you something. Hey, as much as America is my home, once I got a pension and I'm making a certain amount of money, I'm going to live somewhere else where that money goes a long way. So, you can say, everybody wants to live here. Man, please. Dude, if I was bringing in what I'm making right now, I would at least be living in Costa Rica right now, if not in my wife's home country, because your money goes a long way. You want to go somewhere. I remember I made a post comment talking about when the governor of Mississippi was talking about, we're no longer gonna, tax the genius of our people. We're not gonna no longer tax the hard work of our people. Like, it took y'all that long. How long y'all been a state? 150, 200 years, 150 years? And y'all finally figured out that state tax harms your people, which they just gonna tax them in other ways. Vehicle tax gonna go up. They're gonna find other ways to do it. Let's go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, oh yeah. One more set. I made that, like I said, I made that comment saying I can officially afford to retire in Mississippi. Look, into the 2000s, if you got a retirement from New York, anywhere up north, or in California or somewhere, and you moved to Mississippi, your retirement went a long way. Now you're gonna have to deal with some certain mindsets on both sides of the equation, but you could buy a nice house, have some land, live a good quality of life. But that dream went bye-bye. In about 2012, everywhere in the United States of America, even in Alabama and Oklahoma. And I stayed in Oklahoma. Oh, that went bye-bye. And you can live in some bad places still, somewhat cheap. But if you got a legitimate job, legitimate career, and you going to work from the hood to that legitimate career and coming back home, you know you can never afford to live the lifestyle. You can't afford to get a new car because everybody else ain't got a new car around you. You can't afford to get the nice things in your house because when you go to work, they know what time. They know you working. They know you working Monday through Friday. They know your time better than you know your time because they sitting at home, they ain't doing anything. They just plotting. Just remember, criminals' jobs, their job is to watch you, to see what they can get out of it. You, the individual. They ain't trying to hit the government. Well, let's take that back because dude did do what was that, EDD scheme, a rapper, and then rapped about it, wound up getting 6.5 years, had to pay back. Yeah, criminals, yeah, they will try. They've tried. They'll try the government. And the government, once it catches, going to hook them up. But they know the more softer target is you, the person, working hard, don't got a camera system up, don't got a guard dog, regular locks on the house. Look, somebody was on Tariq Nasheed's show yesterday. Well, I mean, who knows when the show was because he just be putting them out. But I was listening, this guy was talking about why doesn't foundational Black Americans who are economics like Michael Jordan, why he don't stay in the hood? And I'm like thinking, right. Look, the first thing I did when I got any kind of money is move away from the hood. I mean, that's the whole mindset. Talking about he don't stay in the hood. Well, let me ask you this. Jeff Bezos, does he stay in a trailer park? Does he even have a multi-million-dollar mansion between trailer parks? Like, here's a trailer park here, and then there's 100 acres of his mansion here, and then there's a trailer park on the other side. I mean, it's so funny when people project their craziness onto other groups of people and wondering why, people see them as insane. Like this guy was from Somalia and he was talking about why Michael Jordan don't stay in the hood. And the guy asked him, it's like, the rich guy in Somalia, does he stay in the shanty town, the shacks? Does he even stay next to the shanty towns? The more wealth you get, you're going to stay according to your wealth. If you choose to pull an Allen Iverson, you will learn the hard way. As our brother Allen Iverson had to learn. As our brother MC Hammer, now they mock MC Hammer, which he still ain't poor. He's still worth $10 million. $10 million, I guarantee 30 people who get on this live stream and watch for even a second haven't made combined $10 million in 10 years. And they're looking at him. No, he tried to help people from the hood. You cannot help people who have a poor mentality. Poor is not just you were born poor. You were born in a circumstance. Dave Chappelle, his father, son's like, hey, I'm not poor, I'm broke. I'm going through a circumstance, a situation that I can come out of. Poor, a person who's born poor and dies poor, that was a mentality. That was a life choice right there. So it's a mindset. And that's what you see on here is mindsets after mindsets of craziness. Last set right here. Whew, boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, look at that. 4 sets of 15. Now I gotta drop this down and do these other things I normally would do. Ooh. Oh boy. Once again, I'm in the gym talking, working out, doing what I gotta do, challenging myself, motivating myself. To all those who left a like, I thank you. I send you peace, health, wealth. Give gratitude always. And to those who took this moment to troll and do negativity, your karma is how we set it up. That's your reward. And I ain't here to punish you. I don't care what you do. Murder, all the other evil things of the world. Your karma is your correction. It's not a punishment. Because if we were going to punish you, they would send me in the first place, and I would bring you back to oblivion. And that ain't even a punishment. What is oblivion? Ripping you of everything, dissolving you back into everything, releasing you from the craziness of this reality or any reality, starting you over. Is that a real punishment? No. A real punishment is you reading some of these religious texts, lake of fire, burning forever. Like last time I checked it, if you got cremated, that was it. But they make it like you just in there burning and in pain. It's like, that's the punishment. But see, that didn't even scare certain people. Certain beings ain't scared of that because they know it ain't real. You know, and just like here, which disagreeable people respect always, they respect the loss of money and the loss of life. When people get tired and they start fighting back, and they fight back even way more ruthless, like I learned the new thing called Maroons. I didn't know what Maroons were. Maroons basically is a group of people back in the day that just said they ain't going. And they started fighting back, and they were fighting back and more ruthless than they were given. And governments had to make decisions. Hey, we're going to keep pissing these people off and damn near get wiped out, or we just going to let them be and just let them deal with themselves. So, yeah, research in this world, you learn a lot of stuff. Learn a lot of stuff. Oh, I got to go over here. There's two more things I want to do before I get up out of here. We're 23 minutes into a nice, healthy video of Frederick 24/7, 365. Hey, back in the gym, doing a little workout. Oh. Let's see how heavy I'm gonna go with this. That's about as heavy as it needs to be. All right, hook this up right here. Hook this up right here. And let's see. We go a little bit heavier than this. That ain't heavy enough. Remember, older you get, it's more about repetition. It's lightweight repetition. You shouldn't be trying to bulk. You should just have lean, good, healthy muscle. So there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, 15. All right, 15. We're back. Let's get back over here again. Put this. Oh, shoot. Where are we going to put this at? I don't know, really. I'm just gonna put it up on here. Oh boy. What I do here is very simple. So, all right. All right. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whew. Man. Oh, God. Let's go drink some water. We need to drink some water. I need to get some H2O. I need to really get some water. Get some water. Oh boy, I promise you. People show up everywhere I try to go. Well, at least you taught me a lesson. Looks like the water machine outside don't work. Well, she did. She pushed it. Oh, it's sensor. It's sensor operated. Sensor operated. So, oh Lord. Well, we're gonna hold off on that water. I just saw this individual doing something to that water spout that I did not agree with. Boy, people weird. That's why people got bottle fillers now on these machines. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You know, these gloves I got are pretty awesome. Where did I get these gloves off? All right, it's off of Amazon. I'm gonna leave a review on these gloves. These are pretty good. It's affordable too. I think these gloves are XX, 2X. I got big hands. And they're double strapped on here. Padded. Good extension on the fingers. And I really ain't even feeling these weights. I ain't feeling hitting the metal like that. So it's pretty good. I got to give a review on them. I usually try not to give a review until I've actually worn them. Man, they be sending you a request immediately. Hey, can you give us a review on this? I understand it's business, but still. And all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. 2 more sets. 2 more sets. I should have brought my bottle in so I could have bottled water. I don't know what to do. I knew I was coming here today and did not really prepare. That's the weird thing. So, oh boy. 2 more sets. There's nothing else I'm gonna do after this. I just really wanted to get back in here. I got a curl kettlebell at home. Really want to get back in here and get the bench press again because I'm losing my definition. The little gains that I got in the chest. I wanted to get back in here and get that, do something with that. It's just getting back, being consistent. That's the biggest thing. Being consistent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Remember, lightweight consistency, lightweight repetition. That's the whole key to it. Light weights and repetition. Got off the phone with one of my friends. He was talking about he's losing his muscle tone. He's over 60, started when he got over 60. He can't keep muscle because he's still bulking. He's trying to do bulk stuff like when we were younger. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, of all people, I think when he turned 70, I think he went vegan, vegetarian, vegan. He got away from meat because he was getting more benefits out of the plants than he was out of the meat protein. And I think he started going more repetition. And Ronnie Coleman, 8-time Mr. Olympia, did Club Shay Shay. And I even picked up on how he lifts weights now, and he's the same way. It's repetition, 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 repetition. He ain't weight training for bulk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, he's not doing it to win a contest anymore. I love that episode of Club Shay Shay where he was talking about the competition before the last one he did, where he had fell out and I think passed out, got sick. You know, them dudes do a lot to make a body like that. Have you seen at the end what they be eating? Oh man, what they be eating after the contest? Boy, it'd be like a smorgasbord out. They be tearing that stuff up because they starving themselves. They starving themselves to cut up like that, to keep that type of body. That type of body burns through a lot of fuel. Like I know everybody's been seeing this crazy thing. They've been talking about 100 men against a gorilla. First, men have any kind of technology, that gorilla has no chance. You know, if it's men just out there and they tighty-whities trying to fight a gorilla, 100 men working together, really 10 men working together, should be able to take that gorilla if they have no fear. If you put them on something where they have no fear, I'll say you can take 5 men, you crank them up on PCP, 5 men to kill a gorilla if they ain't got no fear. That's what you don't realize. Now, if you give that same to a gorilla, yeah, you got a whole different scenario. But no, you got 5 physically shaped men who can take care of themselves and know martial arts or MMA fighters, and you crank them up with something that takes away that fear, they kill that gorilla. They kill it. And you may get a casualty, 1 or 2, but if they cranked up, they getting that gorilla. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. See, what people don't fail to understand is 100 guys against 1 gorilla. That gorilla first already physically way more physical than any of those guys, any of those 3, 4, 5 guys combined. But now you put him in a situation where he's in fear. It's just like putting you in a situation of fear. What's the whole thing? Fight and flight. You're either going to fight or you're going to flight. If you put 10 men in a situation that their lives are on the line and all of them are considering to stay there and fight, come on now. See, people just do these crazy scenarios about putting into real contents of the situation. And you put 100 scared people who all want to run, the gorilla over time can get them all because he gonna kill some, take a rest, kill some, take a rest. You know, but if you put 10 people who are physically able and they have no fear, they're in a total fight scenario, that gorilla it has to fight for its life because they're coming. They're coming for it. And if you give them any kind of weaponry, that's what makes us superior. We've designed weaponry, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Look, we've had a nice little simple workout today. I really really want to go home and get in the pool. I think that's really what I want to do. Go home, get in the pool. Put this back up. Weights. Clank, clank. Yeah. It's not. I didn't come here for a day for a full workout. I came here today to get stuff started again, to push myself, to start getting back in here more consistent. As things where I'm at and more stabilized, I could be more consistent. Is to be more consistent. So 36 minutes of video. Let's promise myself when I get home, I'm going to do 100 kettlebells and 100 curls. That'll finish the day out for me. And get in that sauna. I be wanting to get in that sauna with this phone, but let me tell you something. This phone be getting hot in there, and I don't want to mess my phone up. So I be wanting to get in there and do more video. I like being in that sauna doing the phone, doing videos, but it is what it is. Journey is continuing. My focus must continue. We're tired. We're just about to get out of here. Be nice to go for a walk too. I really want to go to the park and go walking. So that being said, I gotta go find some water. I'm not drinking out of that fountain out there. Let's see if anybody else did any crazy messages. Man, it was just two people. Two people. Love your sense of humor, brother. Thank you. I don't know who that dude is, but he did say something crazy earlier. Someone else said hi. Someone else said hi. Yeah, yo, I know this guy. He and my father used to hug for hours when I was a kid. I have zero idea who that is because I ain't hug my own people. I didn't used to hug anybody. What is that? He is Diddy the Two. See, you could tell foreigners who get on here because they don't know putting things in order and words. So you could tell people who are not American when they put stuff on here, abbreviations and stuff like that. Someone just being crazy because they saw somebody else say Diddy because this dude got on here and said Diddy. That being said, we didn't already report it to the other two people. That's what you got to do, people. You got to report them. That's why we live in an age of social media, and you see how certain societies pushing, like that girl who cursed that little kid out, how people will GoFundMe. But see, the rhythms are showing who are GoFunding that individual. Is it just millions or thousands of people GoFunding, or is it certain people who GoFundMe trying to keep an issue going? See, there's beings working in the background here that y'all aren't really paying attention to because y'all are so focused on the okie doke. You're so focused on something that you should not really be focused on. But there's beings who the whole point. Money is energy. They're making money energy. They're stealing your energy in this nonsense. But people they got to get out of what is put in their face. Yes, a lot of things the sky's right in front of you, but what they're trying to show you, and at the same time they're doing something over here, you got to be wary of that. You got to really catch that. So don't get caught up in the nonsense. You hear somebody over here hooping and hollering, talking crazy about this, and then over here they're doing something way more diabolical, way more evil. It's like what was it in the last couple of weeks? They've been talking about something in the news, and doggone Pakistan and India was almost at brink of war. Let's remember who over there got nukes. It's called Pakistan and India. So these people over there talking about war, we're over here talking about Diddy, Diddy going to to trial. Somebody get on here, oh, Diddy this, Diddy that, Diddy, 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 Diddy. It's like people, it's like I say, they're caught up in craziness. And you see these people on a regular basis. Look at the people who are unhappy with their lives, unhappy with their jobs, their careers. They're unhappy with their schooling, unhappy because this is the nonsense. Kevin Samuels said this perfectly. You don't see a high value man out here chasing high value or low value people or low value things. You don't see high value people going after low value anything. And that's what you have to focus on. So when you see someone who can't get their economics in order, you see someone who can't get their life in order, their spiritual life, their social life, and they're always venting, they're always projecting on other people. These people are the cause of this. I can sit up here right now and say my wife ain't through immigrations because of all these people coming from the border. What people? Do you remember when they caught 100 Chinese guys in a tire? Like, these dudes would have got across the border and they would have fit in perfectly. You could have dropped them off in Houston, any major city, and they would just look like not even a foreigner because these guys could talk English. They would have got in any major city and they would have fit in. And people say, oh, no. There's a crisis of unvetted people coming in any country. Germany can't take 100,000 immigrants coming into a country at one time. France can't take 100,000. Italy can't take 100. During COVID, Italy lost 100,000 people. But you cannot take 100,000 immigrants who may have a hard time speaking your language, who may not have the trades and the things necessary needed to take the place of these people. And especially in Italy, if during the pandemic, if most of them were over the age of retirement, you're not really replacing the workforce in a sense. You're replacing the retired people. And if they're feeding off the system, they're draining the system. And that's anywhere. Right now, if North Korea opened their borders up, North Korea, Kim Jong-un, not disrespecting this man, but just if he opened his borders up tomorrow and say, hey, we invite everybody from South Korea that wants to come over here and be a part of our country. Economically, you cannot tell me he can survive that. His country would not survive that. As big as so-called America is, America can't take millions and millions of people dropping into the country on a year-to-year basis and not being able to generate the economics it needs. Now, there's certain people that could come over here that has purpose. They come over here, they're labor people who do labor, they deserve respect, but they're doing it at a lower wage because their wage, they can make $50 a day and live in some very messed up situations. And if they're saving that money and they can get back to their home country, they can go back to their home country with $10,000 in a year, and they can live off of that until the next cycle go around. They may not even have to work for, say, 9 months. They might not have to work for a certain amount because that's how the dollar or any kind of the Japanese yen, the euro, the British pound, these things are British pounds is killing it right now. People pay attention, but you drop off and remember, Britain is an island. So think about this. Say they get across that English, that channel, whatever it's called. Think about if 1 million people from the Middle East, from war-torn countries in the Middle East, showed up in Great Britain within 1 year, that pound would not be killing it like it is. It would not be worth its weight in gold in a sense like it is. No, because no country can take that kind of influx. No country can take that type of influx. If these people were coming over here and they already had careers set up, they were bringing business people down Donald Trump for this idea and they thought he's crazy for it, but it's ingenious in a sense. where he was giving out the gold visas saying, if you've got $5 million, now, if you've got $5 million, that's what you're giving for this visa, by the way. That ain't, you just got $5 million. $5 million, they'll get you a gold visa as long as you're a business person, as long as you bring commerce to America. So say you're in Thailand and you've got a business in Thailand that does shipping and export across the world, and especially in America, and you're like, well, I want to come to America and get a dual citizenship or get a citizenship in America. And you're worth like 20, $30 million. And you say, I'm going to give up $1 million to get that citizenship and have a direct connection to America. That's ingenious. Dude, they've sold probably 1,500, probably more than that, 1,500 of those. Now you do the math. What's 1,500 times 5 million? They're making money hand over fist because they can do that. They can sell a visa that is a fast track into a citizenship to a business person who brings commerce, who brings money into the country, not just taking money out of the country, helps bring money into the country, helps take goods and push them around the world. Dude, it's worth them doing that. That's just an ingenious idea. It's really diabolical, but it is what it is. Because people, I don't care what you say, you go to other countries all around the world, they're not going to let you come into their country and just straight up work. I got a video I'm about to put up for Monday, another African, the country of Africa land scam video. You're not going to be able to go to any of these countries and just get a job. You're not going to be able to go and just beat out their day laborers. You're not going to be able to do it because the wages over there are extremely low compared to here. But they're all based upon the scenario. Why would you pay someone over in Bukistan, minimum wage here, which is $7, which is horrible here, $7 and something. Over in Bukistan, that's $7 takes care of a whole family. Mom don't even have to work. He could have 2 or 3 kids. Mom don't even have to work because that's $750 or $725 in a 40-hour work week. If he get a little overtime, he's taking care of the family. He's buying a home. He's got a car. He could do it because that's where it makes sense. But in America, $7.50 an hour is what a high school, pre-high schooler should be making. Any grown adult making under, I think about 15 now, is you're really, man, you need a roommate. You need really help. Because I'm telling you, it is economically over here extreme. It's an economic extreme situation. Stuff really costs a lot here. My wife has to, every time I go grocery shopping, I tune her in to let her see what I'm buying and stuff. And I ask her to calculate this. And she's getting better at it. She gets a lot better at it. She's knowing the price. She's calculating what I'm paying over here to what she, the cost over there, which she's not buying that stuff over there like that. I saw some Americans over in Ghana. They were going to an American style. I think they went to an Aldi's over there. And man, the prices, like Aldi's here is like the most reasonable food place that you could shop in. I mean, other than some more really local stores. But if you stop in any of the major stores, Kroger's, King Super, Fred Meyer's, Publix, even Walmart, Target, I mean, the prices are up there. But they were over there shopping at Aldi's, and I was like, I wouldn't even shop at that place. I mean, Lord, no. A bottle of ketchup, $6. Dude, you could get a bottle of ketchup from Ghana for $1. Homemade. That stuff ain't even got all the ingredients, the added preservatives and stuff that you would get over here. That's why I'm hoping, what's his name? Kennedy. The Kennedy son, Robert Kennedy Jr., I'm hoping he does a good job as watching over the health of America. Because, I mean, all the extra stuff they add in the high fructose corn syrup, the artificial colorings, the artificial flavorings and stuff, man, you don't get that in a lot of other countries because they don't allow it for their people. So, man, it's like, man, you really just like, when you're shopping, you just got to really be careful, man. These people are just, put any and everything and stuff. And then you go to, like I say, Great Britain, they don't allow, like, I would say 70% of stuff that's in these cereals that you feed to your kids all the time. Over there, they don't even allow 70% of it. I mean, it might be higher than that. So, that being said, I've talked for 50 minutes. I'm tired for no reason. All right, I need to go get some water. I need to walk. I got on look at this. Look what I got on. My Brooks. I paid $160 something for these shoes. So I got on my Brooks Ghost Max. Yeah, Ghost Max 2. I think it's a Brooks Ghost Max 2. My running shoes, these shoes are awesome. I do more walking than running. So I think I need to go to the park next and work out or walk. So that being said, this is out of order. Do not use. That's out of order. It's broke. Oh, seat's gone. That being said, I wish everyone peace, health, wealth, give gratitude always, as I leave you with a smile.